Alright guys, this is FreeBoi. This is kind of like a dev blog. We're talking about the new FreeBoi Hypervisor Bypass Cleaner, and you know what? It took me a very long time to kind of get it going, up and going, as far as that goes. One of the biggest things that I had to do was make sure all the backend information was correct, and here it is. This is the official FreeBoi cleaner. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I spent a lot of time and energy putting it all together, and I'm very happy to announce that all the hypervisor bypasses are working completely. Yay! So everything is working as it should be. All these options are really to help you guys who have downloaded a hypervisor bypass, to make sure to give you some kind of peace of mind. Now, as far as when this is going to be out and how it's going to be going, that's going to be a question for a later date. But for people who do not know, you can actually go to this website here and basically get the cleaning steps in case you downloaded a hypervisor bypass. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you some of the features besides the hypervisor and when to expect it. And in part 4, we should have a couple of things we can do there. One of my biggest pipe dreams is running it on an affected computer. Now, I had two of my good friends who I paid to do this. They downloaded a hypervisor bypass, and they made this guide with me. After I got a whole bunch of resource guides, I figured out how to remove it. And when I ran it onto their system, this guide removed about 95% of all of the hypervisor bypass elements. And one of the biggest things that they would have to do is the nuclear option, the full clean reinstall. Guys, if you're stressing out about this, just remember nothing has 100% been affected by this yet. There has been one person on the internet right now who says that he's been affected by hypervisor bypass and they hacked him. Do I believe this is true? Yes. Do I believe that he could be lying? I really don't know. I don't know why he would have a reason to lie. But like I said, in my last video in part 2, I showed you basically the good and the bad. The good for the hypervisor bypass, for the people who do run it, I do love you people, the people who have been using it, because Denuvo is now losing money because of that, because they're getting day 1 cracks, which is really bad for a company that's supposed to stop that for a very long time. So good on you. But for the people who don't want to do it and they already done it and they're scared or they're afraid that they're going to lose their PC is at risk, just go to this link that will be in the description. It's going to be called the Hypervisor Bypass Cleanup Guide, and you'll be able to go from there. Alright guys, so let's talk about the tool for real quick. So this is the FreeBoi Hypervisor Denuvo Bypass. When you do the full Denuvo HV bypass, it's going to tell you that you need to set up hypervisor to off and all this other stuff. Just follow it, and then it will reboot your PC and do some PowerShell commands. We're not going to do that right now because we don't really need to. But some of the cool things that you can do once you do this is you can see what parts of your memory have been affected. It'll even send you a text via like the little command prompt on what you can fix, and just kind of go from there. So that big feature is out of the way. Please stay with me until I tell you like how to get it, because you're going to want to get this. So please, two things: stay subscribed and stay until the end of this video. I know it's going to be a somewhat of a long-ish video. I'm going to make it as short as possible. So moving forward, this PC health check, I directly ripped the code from the old Office Depot health check, but with I made it kind of hypered, so it can now scan your PC for any kind of memory leaks or anything like that, and it will tell you and it'll give you a score. So that's really good too. One of the other things that I wanted to make was a file organizer. Now, with most file organizers, they don't have all the updated list. In this one, this has every single type of file you could do, and then if there's not one here for whatever reason, you can just add it yourself. And it works perfectly fine. I've tested it on my PC, I've tested it on friends' PC, and it works perfectly good. Hypervisor Pass is all there, registry cleaner, all that stuff is the things that you would need for it. So the biggest next thing that I'm trying to work on for it to become public is I need beta testers. So if you are watching this video and you want to beta test, or you want to get your PC cleaned for free, of course, always, there's a couple of options, right? So before I'm going to say anything, the beta might cost money. This is hate me. But the reason why I say that is because in order to get this out to everyone for free, we might have to initially charge like 50 cents or $1 for this program. And in reality, 50 cents to $1 is not too much, but I do want to get it. I do want to get it out there for the people who really need it for free. My biggest plan with this program, it took a lot of time and of course energy and putting in some back-end data with the code that I made it in. So my biggest thing with this program is I wanted to make it free. That's always been the thing. It's going to be free. So I want you guys to vote on that on here. And it will be your choice. You know, if you don't do it, it doesn't mean you're not going to get picked. It really just depends on what you would like. Okay. So let's get into the steps on how you can actually do this, right? So if you go to this link, it's going to be the join the FreeBoi101 PC cleaning beta. It's going to be in the description of this video. Don't even worry about it. You're going to put in your username or your email or whatever the fuck you want to put in here, email address. And then for this one, absolutely use your Discord if you have a Discord. This is going to be probably the main way that I'm going to contact you. Your OS, you just click what you're on, and then you just kind of click yes or no to these, and then you can tell us why you would want to join the beta. This will really help me understand who you kind of are to get this into the wraps. And then at the very end, you can just do, would you pay $1 to access this beta? No, keep it free, maybe, depends on the features. So I did the math and the research. This cleaner right now, currently as it stands with all the features working, is a little more, well, not more. It actually is quite better than CZ's cleaner. The reason why I say that is because it has a lot of options, and future data options will be free as well. I am thinking about making one version that's completely free, to where it just has the original Hypervisor Bypass, and that's it. You can just use that and it'll always be free, and then maybe all the rest of this will be paid. And I'm thinking something like a one-time thing. I don't want people to pay me every month. That's just stupid. One-time payment like a $5 or $6 would be amazing, and it would include the Hypervisor Bypass and all the other options completely on there. But my biggest thing is, guys, I want this to be free. I want people to be able to be like, hey, you know, FreeBoi did this for me and all this stuff. And look, it's opening PowerShell commands and it's doing data. Look, see all that? Clean. Memory interrogation disabled. So all this goes a long way. That was just a little preview of some of the great things that we've done here, and it shows you all on here on the activity log. The reason I really wanted an activity log is because I wanted to keep it fresh. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to join, all these links will be in the description, including the cleaner. If you want to join the demo or whatever, we're doing this here. We can kind of go from there. Part 4 I'm going to run it on I'm going to basically run it full live on an infected system. And that's where it's going to get real. So subscribe to be able to get this tool. Subscribe for all the newest updates for Hypervisor, because I'm going to be covering anything interesting that pops up. And if you like this video, just remember that I do these a lot. So my name is FreeBoi. Stay safe and stay free.